What's up, y'all? It's your boy Atomic Flock here with our very first Flock party. Y'all know the vibes. Alright, so first off, let's just go ahead and get this out the way. This half of the channel is going to be mostly just Ravens news and what's going on with the Ravens, the moves we making, stuff like that. But I'm really just going to keep it to things that actually involve the team, that's actually going to affect the team instead of just, like things like a former Raven signed with somebody, some a different team. Like that don't got nothing to do with us. I'm keeping it strictly to the team and what we moving with and what we doing and stuff like that. And on that note, now at the time of me filming this video, the contract details haven't been dropped, but Rashad Bateman has been extended through 2026, just before the draft, day before the draft. So with that being said, we already know what this means. As bad as a lot of people wanted us to draft a wide receiver in the first round, that's just not gonna happen. There's no reason to, not anymore. A lot of people are talking about trading Rashad Bateman, and oh, hold up, let me actually play the game. And don't cook me, cause I ain't played this ever. All right, and what the fuck? He toes of the line. He's nasty. Okay, and a lot of people were assuming we was gonna trade Rashad Bateman, and Jess Rebick has come out and said that Rashad Bateman's contract was likely 3 years, 15 mil, which is actually insane because his fifth year option that was going to have to be picked up the second, May 2nd, I believe, was about to be 14 mil. And yeah, y'all like that. Y'all like that. That was crispy. Anyways, his fifth year option was about to be 14 mil. And with him uh, signing this contract now, a lot of people will tell you, yeah, I was just trying something there. A lot of people will tell you that this is a steal, and I'm one of them because him taking his contract hit down from 14 mil in 1 year to 15 mil in 3 years is absolutely insane. And the potential we could do because the Ravens already don't have a lot of cap space with Rashad Bateman signing. We don't know the exact numbers. That's just the assumed numbers because that was reported. With Bateman signing such a cheap contract, that's not going to do nothing but give both sides a chance to win. Because we all know Rashad Bateman ain't really had a chance to be what we wanted him to be, what we needed him to be. Every time he was about to show out, the man got hurt. So with this extra year, essentially, because if we had picked up the fifth year option, we would have had him for another 2 years. Because if we didn't pick him up, we would have had him this next season, and then that's it. But now we got this next season, season after that, and another season on top. With this extra year on top, Rashad Bateman finally has the chance to go up and cook and do this all game. Touchdown. And so now with the Ravens having their top two wide receivers and Zay Flowers and Rashad Bateman, I still do think it's possible that we pick up a second round wide receiver. I don't think it's nearly as likely, but I still think it's possible. There's absolutely no need for a first round wide receiver at this point. But if we can get a second rounder, then we could potentially have one of the best wide receiver rooms in the league. Potentially. Assuming everybody plays up to their snuff, you feel me? Now, if we don't get any more wide receivers, which is not likely but a possibility, if we don't, then we're sitting up with Rashad Bateman, Nelly, and Zay Flowers. And honestly, I still like that room. Nelson Aguilar was just almost underrated. By the way, everybody was just overlooking him last season, and that's super in the preseason because we were all excited about OBJ, and we were all excited about OBJ and want to throw Lamar those deep balls to the outside. Anyways, we was like, cool, Nelly's there. That's fun. That's fine. But nobody thought Nelly was gonna go crazy the way he did. And if he has a remotely similar season, then we really got a really good wide receiver room that could take us just as far, hopefully further, next year and next season. Now, sticking to the draft, what this means for the draft, honestly, I still feel like okay, my personal dream draft scenario was always um tackle in the first round, right tackle, maybe even left because Ronnie Stanley is on his way out. A left tackle that's cool playing guard for a year or something like that. Tackle in the first round, wide receiver. Dang, I did just get boxed right there. Tackle in the first round, wide receiver in the second round. My personal favorite would be Xavier Leggett. My personal dream draft scenario is was always going to be a tackle in the first round and a wide receiver in the second round because I feel like just that amount of pure talent, especially with as deep as this wide receiver class is, I feel like we could take that and just take off, just run away with it. Because if Rashad Bateman does what he does, just without the getting hurt part, he's literally gonna be wide receiver two next to Zay because Zay showed up and showed out all last season. Yes, he had the fumble in the championship game, but that's just an effort play. That's just really just sometimes it's just good defense, not bad offense. Oh, what a catch! And that's what I'll say about that play. That game is a whole different situation, but I'm gonna shut up now. But I still feel like if we can get a second round wide receiver, then we will have one of the best wide receiver rooms in the league. And now, with that being said, assuming we don't get a wide receiver second round, because I feel like this locks in the lineman first round, unless no way he caught that, unless there's just somebody that really ain't got no business being there for us tomorrow. Like if there's just a crazy corner or just a crazy player, it would have to be a Kyle Hamilton like situation. And if we get another one of those, then that would be great, fantastic, all the rest. But more likely that we just get our first round tackle, and we see what's there for us in the second round. Now, if we don't get that second round wide receiver, then I feel like that opens the door for a second round corner. And I know we technically need edge, and we technically don't even really need corner. But if we can get a second round corner, then that only makes our defense that much stronger because we don't have Ronald Darby coming back. He signed with somebody else. I don't remember exactly who right now. But Ronald Darby is off the squad. Like we're short a couple corners. Yes, we drafted Kyu Blu Kelly and immediately sent that man to the Seahawks. But to be honest, it didn't feel like anybody was like, oh, I made a throw pick. It didn't sound like anybody was excited about Kyu Blu Kelly. Like all the reports were saying like bro is struggling. Like he was really trying to get the hang of things, but it just wasn't clicking. But if we could get a second round corner to play behind Brandon Stevens and Marlon Humphrey, because Marlon Humphrey was hurt and coming off an injury for the majority of last season. B. Steve went crazy. I'm not anticipating him having a season like that again, but I am anticipating him playing somewhat to that level. So if B. Steve he don't got to be as locked down as he was last year, but if he could be solid like he was last year, then we can really make something shake with the second round corner. Because the depth at that position, not to mention once he starts getting reps, he could really come in and go crazy. Now, with the edge being a need for us, Eric DeCosta straight up said the edge rushers this year are kind kind of mid. Like he said the class is average. There's nothing really that sticks out to him one way or another. Wow, what a defender. This your Davius White on me? Anyways, Eric DeCosta straight up said like this year's edge class is like there. Okay, so unless we end up with somebody like Chop Robinson, who would be a first round pick, then we're really just stuck. Like there's no point in drafting an edge guy that high up just to go develop him when a second round corner could play first day, because he's at third on the depth chart at best anyway. Not to mention Jalen Armour Davis was reported to have been pushing for a starting job all year until he got hurt. So we do have corners, we do have edge, because even with Rashad Bateman getting this extension, I always felt like it was Odafe Owe about to get his 5th year option anyway. And what a catch, Bate. It was Odafe Owe about to get his 5th year extension anyway. Not because I felt like he was just a better football player, but I did feel like he just had more production, and he was showing more upside. Rashad Bateman really hasn't had much outside of flashes, but that's because he's hurt every other couple of games, and he's dealing with his back injuries and his ankle injuries, and he had a screw in his ankle at one point. So that's just something you got to keep in mind. I never thought Rashad Bateman was a bust, especially when the reports came out that Rashad Bateman actually was leading the league in separation, unlike me. But when I actually sat and watched Rashad Bateman, he just like this all game, just didn't get a chance to catch the ball, didn't get a chance to get the ball, or any broken play, he's sitting there just like that, separation. But with Rashad Bateman signing such a cheap deal, that still leaves some room to go get another edge. A lot of people have been talking Matt Judon. Me personally, I absolutely love Matt Judon. Matt Judon's that dog. And the cap hit would be similar to picking up Odafe's 5th year option, unless we get him 2 seasons from now, because that's really when he's on that rope. But the Patriots have been acting like they've been trying to get that man out the door for some reason. They're just in a rebuild phase. So a lot of people have been pointing at Matt Judon. I like the move, to be honest. I don't think there's a lot of good edge out there in terms of the production that we be trying to replace with Jadeveon Clowney hitting career highs. Kyle Van Noy is a great addition, is a great retention. But unless Owe step up, I'm cooked. Unless Owe step up, then we're really sitting there with David Ojabo and Tavius Robinson, even though the one sack he got last year was from the D tackle position. I don't think we have two anymore. I know we got Malik Cam, but he's more of a special teamer. And we got Josh, I want to say Josh Downs, but I don't think that's his name, that could potentially play edge. I know he's more of a middle linebacker, but it's really just when the need arises. And so with that being said, Eric DeCosta has also said, just straight up, we've had more success drafting edge guys in the mid rounds and then just developing them, which you really can't argue with that. But on that same note, if that's the route that we're going, then that really only leaves corner at second round. Corner and quite possibly a guard, because I would love to draft a guard. Just have two really high rookies that could either start or don't need too much coaching up, and we could really make something shake. Because with Derrick Henry in the backfield and an even better O line than last year, come on now. That's really all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say on that note. But that is all I have to say until tomorrow's draft. Like I said, I'm predicting my draft scenario to come true, just like everybody else. I'm looking for a tackle in the first round and a wide receiver in the second round, maybe a guard, but I guess we won't know until 8 o'clock tomorrow. So okay, I'm going for my draft scenario, but until then, we're just gonna have to wait and see. Peace out, Flock Party.